2023, more than 1,100 cyclists died in traffic crashes, and over 49,000 cyclists were injured in the United States.
And that's according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. So tonight, thousands of cyclists across the country, to include many here in Siouxland, took a ride to honor all those who have lost their life. Siouxland cyclists gathered tonight in downtown Sergeant Bluff to take part in the National Ride of Silence. This is an annual ride where cyclists ride 8 miles in complete silence, all to honor those who were killed or injured while riding their bikes. Tonight, the group rode from Sergeant Bluff to Bronson. During the first few miles of silence, riders had time to take a moment and reflect on those who have passed.
What goes through my mind is praying for the people that have lost, the ones that are riding bikes, and respecting others as well.
This ride is also a way for cyclists to advocate and raise awareness for the safety of all cyclists. While cyclists may do everything they can to keep themselves safe, riding next to a car is still dangerous. This year's ride organizer in Sioux City shared what he wishes would change to help keep cyclists safe.
Well, I know in South Dakota they have a 3-foot and 6-foot law, which would be nice around here, where if you're 35 miles an hour or under, you have to go for 3 feet. If you're going over that, it's 6 feet. And it's great if they change lanes, if it can. That way we have, you don't have to worry about it.
The Siouxland cyclists have taken part in the annual ride for almost 10 years.